We're running out of farmers. Farming has been a horrible business for 30 years.
Silver's gone up a lot in the last couple of years. I mean, it's more than doubled, but it's still 50% below its all-time high. I own silver. I expect silver to go much higher. I expect silver to make a new all-time high sometime in the next few years. I own some commodity indexes, but I have not bought just energy yet. I am contemplating buying energy because it has been beaten down so much.
Got further headroom given what's happening across agri-commodities, like I said, with corn, with lumber, soybean, palm oil, etc.
Jim, what's your outlook on commodities then, on metals, given given the factors that you've described? Everyone's been buying into the rally at the moment, but do you see that topping off as well?
Well, I own silver, I own gold, I've been buying agriculture. I've talked to you before about agriculture. Yes, I mean, I own all these things. I'm delighted they're going up. I'm not selling. I will probably be buying more silver. I know I'll buy more silver, more gold, more agriculture. So yes, I am playing.
You're going to make a lot of money. If you're in a country which has a lot of commodities and commodities are going up, chances are your balance of trade is going to improve, your overall economic situation is going to improve, and your currency probably will improve too. But remember, it can go both ways. When the price of cotton is going down, then a lot of people say price of cotton is going down. Pakistan produces a lot of cotton. Let's sell the currency. So it certainly goes both ways if you are a commodity country. The world has consumed more than it's produced for the last 10 years, so agricultural inventories are near historic lows now. But the problem is much worse than that around the world. We're running out of farmers. Farming has been a horrible business for 30 years. Therefore, few people have gone into farming. The average age of farmers in America is 58. In Korea, it's 65. In Japan, it's 66. In Australia, it's 58. In Canada, it's the oldest in recorded history. Very few people have gone into farming. The young people in America, the more they study, more of them study public relations than study agriculture. So the old guys are dying and retiring. No young people are coming in. So unless the price of agricultural goods goes up a lot, we're not going to have any farmers at any price. Something has to attract people into the agricultural business, and the only thing that will is higher profitability, and that means higher prices, whether we like it or not. So I cannot tell you how optimistic I am about agriculture going forward. The world's going to have a crisis sometime in the next few years because we don't have enough farmers.
And why is that a sector that you see a lot of growth and you're bullish on? I mean, you're talking about farmers driving Lamborghinis. You know, I'm an ex-banker myself, and I would have never expected to see the flip side of that. So what do you mean by that when you say that?
Well, first of all, agriculture has been a terrible business for 30 years. It's been so bad that the world has now consumed more than it's produced for the last decade. And when you consume more than you produce, it's got to come from inventory. We built up big inventories over those 30 years, but now the inventories worldwide are near historic lows. So we're running out of food. Worse than that, we're running out of farmers. Well, there are certainly going to be big companies and successful companies, but the U.S. is not the only producer of food in the world. It may astonish some people to know that. There are vast numbers of farmers in agricultural areas around the world. Some companies will get bigger and more successful, but also there's plenty of opportunity for entrepreneurs and people starting out.
Do you sense, much like metals, that there is going to be some consolidation or correction there as well, or would you say that it's...
Yes, I would expect there has to be a correction in most commodities. You know, you see what's happened with copper and some of the rest of them. I've told you that the fundamentals are probably sound, but they've all been going straight up. And having been around markets a long time, when things go straight up, they usually correct for a while, even if the bull market's going to continue. Something like silver's up a lot, but it's still down 50% from its all-time high. Sugar is a disaster from its all-time high. So some things are still probably okay, but be careful of the ones that have gone straight up, including copper. Silver's gone up a lot in the last couple of years. I mean, it's more than doubled, but it's still 50% below its all-time high. I own silver. I expect silver to go much higher. I expect silver to make a new all-time high sometime in the next few years. Some of us want to own something real, whether it's silver, gold, stocks, whatever. We know that the money is disappearing. Well, I'm very keen on agriculture, and buying farmland is a wonderful, has been, as I've talked about before, a wonderful investment if you want to be a farmer. Being a farmer is probably the best thing. Buying farmland and farming it, you get all sorts of benefits in the next decade or two, as Mr. Gates undoubtedly knows. I don't want a farmer, for whatever reasons. But if you like being outdoors and you like that kind of life, not much is better than being a farmer in the next 10, 20, 30 years. Maybe being a silver miner or a gold miner, but you got to find the silver mine in the first place. I do expect commodities to be going up as a general class for a while. Whether it's a, quote, super cycle, I don't know. I'm not as smart as those people on TV who talk about a super cycle, but I do expect it. I told you, the cheapest asset class I can see anywhere in the world are real assets, commodities. And throughout history, when people print a lot of money, real assets are going to wait, not just to protect yourself, but to make money. I mean, the price of silver always goes up a lot when people debase a currency. Because I am thinking about energy now. Energy has been a disaster, as you know. I own some commodity indexes, but I have not bought just energy yet. I am contemplating buying energy because it has been beaten down so much that it should have a rally, if nothing else. Pandemic affects demand for everything. But remember, oil, because of the fracking, we had a big bubble in fracking and a lot of new production came online, but now the fracking bubble has popped. It's still fracking, but it's not like what it was before. So in the meantime, known reserves of crude oil all over the world continue to decline. So I would suspect that crude oil is making a complicated bottom here, and we're going to look back in a few years and realize that crude oil is and has been a good place to be. Not forever, because obviously a lot of oil will come online and demand may slow down because of electric vehicles, etc. But I would not give up. I am long energy as we speak, and I will buy more gold and silver, and both of them will go much, much higher sometime in the next few years. Do not sell your silver. Well, I own silver, I own gold, I've been buying agriculture. I've talked to you before about agriculture. Yes, I mean, I own all these things.
If you're in a country which has a lot of commodities and commodities are going up, chances are your balance of trade is going to improve. We're running out of farmers. Well, there are certainly going to be big companies and successful companies.
Silver's gone up a lot in the last couple of years.